Everybody, welcome to the day. We've got a bit of an interesting one. We've got 2 minutes squat cleans, 2 minutes ring pull-ups, 2 minutes jerks, 2 minutes handstand push-ups, 2 minutes squat cleans again, it's squat clean and jerk this time, and then 2 minutes of ring, toes to ring. So it's a toes to bar sort of deal, but it's through rings, which some people find easier, some people find harder. So essentially with this, what we're looking to do is take a moderate to lightish load, do a whole bunch of squat cleaning, because 2 minutes is a long time to do anything. A bunch of ring pull-ups. Those are something where you just kind of, as you fatigue, they'll just kind of disappear. So you're doing sets of 1s and 2s by the end of that 2 minutes. A bunch of jerks. So once your arms are nice and tired, we're going overhead and looking to stabilize. So we get big sets here and then drop it. And then handstand push-ups. Handstand push-ups are some variation of that. We'll talk about some scales in a second. And then squat clean and jerk, so put the two things together, so see where our brain's at. We're nice and fatigued, we've got this lighter load, and now we have to pass through the squat and take it overhead. And then into some toes to rings to finish it off, to just a little icing on the cake there. I don't know why I sprinkled icing like that. But essentially with this, we've got a long, steady push for literally the entire time. To pull this back, we can always take the squat cleans and turn them to a power clean if you absolutely cannot do a squat clean. We prefer to turn it maybe to something like a hang squat clean rather than from the ground, so that way we still have that cleaning or that squatting action in there, which is integral to the stimulus. But it's okay if you have to. We can also pull back the loading, make it something that's lighter that you can move through a bit quicker, because we don't want this to be super heavy. For the ring pull-ups, we can make it a ring row rather than a normal ring pull-up. We can also make it a planked ring row or an easier ring row where your body's further up, but you can pull that all the way back. Jerks, we can't make a push press. So a jerk, remember, we land with our elbows locked and then we stand. So it's got to be that, and we're working some mechanics here. So there's more technique than just doing a straight push overhead. So if you find yourself doing push presses, make sure you don't. We're going to have to move it to jerks. Handstand push-ups, we can scale to everything all the way down to a pike push-up. We can do feet on a box, we can do knees on a box, we can do a banded handstand push-up. This is actually one of the few days where it might make sense to do something like a banded handstand push-up. If you can kick up and wrap your feet in the band, it'll get you in that overhead motion. It'll take the same range of motion in terms of how far down you're going. And there's time. There's 2 minutes to be getting up and getting down through that. So it might be a day where we scale to that. Squat clean and jerks, whatever kind of squat clean you did for the first one and whatever kind of jerks you did, you'll mash those two together, but we can always make it a lighter load. And then ring toes to rings. This is a hard thing for a lot of people. If you needed to move it to something like a V-up or a lying dragon flag, those are things that we can do. Or even a seated touch where your heel's up against the wall and you're leaning forward and you're touching. Those are all ways we can pull that back. In essence, you're just looking to stay steady and work mechanics throughout all of these. The squat cleans take a lot of mechanics to do well. You get 2 minutes to do it though. The jerks, same sort of deal. We're working on refinement of mechanics. The handstand push-ups, same. Squat clean and jerks, same. It's all a lot of mechanics, but for a long period of time. Nothing too crazy, just stay steady and keep moving. Good luck and enjoy that. Now, coaches, with this day, your focus is mainly teaching the squat clean and jerk and talking about the efficiencies of things like jerking versus things like push pressing. So you can even warm up with something like a push press, where you're getting people understanding the mechanics of driving with just the hip, and then letting them know that they can and they have to squeak under it for that jerk. 2 minutes is a long time to be doing stuff, but at the same time, with the complexity of these movements, it's not going to be that long to where people can really rest a whole bunch. So make sure people aren't choosing something that's well outside their capacity. They need to be able to do whatever you give them for that 2 minutes, maybe focus on 1 or 2 key points. So not all of them, but the vast majority of coaching should be going into them pre 3, 2, 1, go. So like you should be really setting yourself up for success. So by the time you hit 3, 2, 1, go, you're not teaching mechanics, you're refining mechanics. If you get to the 3, 2, 1, go part, and you're finding yourself having to like reteach everything, screwed up earlier on in the session. So make sure you front load this with a lot of coaching, a lot of getting mechanics down, figuring out what people are gonna do, and then it's just reminders as you hit that more intense place. Other than that, enjoy the day. It's a fun one, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 straight minutes of work with no rest, but a lot of switching it up. Be on your toes, scaling people as they need it, and making them do the scales, not asking them. I think today is a good day where you're gonna have to find their ring pull-up scale for them, find their handstand push-up scale for them, and really just kind of be on top of your members. Good luck and enjoy the day.